Good evening. Apologies, it's been a few weeks since I've done a video, so I thought I'd bring something pretty spectacular out, and spectacular it certainly is. Two of Corgi's finest moulds over the years, and two brothers in arms of the Allied Air Forces over Europe, played pivotal roles in obviously winning us the war, but more importantly, you know, lots of aircrew lost their lives in these aircraft. So I pulled out the iconic Corgi B17 and the Avro Lancaster of the Battle Britain Memorial Flight. So just a quick overview and then we get into the detail. And so this one is Hell's Angels, based at Molesworth in 1943. Quite a rare one nowadays, very difficult to find. A little bit of history about that in a minute. And of course, who can forget the lovely PA474, the grand old lady that is the Avro Lancaster of the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. And this scheme was in her Phantom of the Ruhr scheme for the 50th anniversary of the flight in 2007. So a little bit more about that in a minute. So this one here, this aircraft, is the magnificent Hell's Angels. So Hell's Angels was based at an airfield called Molesworth, and it was the first US Air Force B-17 to actually complete 25 missions. Weirdly, the pilot, the main pilot, who was, I think was Captain L.E. Baldwin, actually completed his 25th mission the day after the aircraft had completed its 25th mission. Unfortunately, not on the same day. But as crazy as it sounds, obviously, it stayed and carried on doing some more missions before going back to do, the Bonds tour in America. And was outrageously scrapped in 1945. What a way to treat a historic airframe like this. Hindsight's obviously a beautiful thing, but what a crazy decision now that looks, to scrap the first B-17 to ever complete its 25th mission, which, new aircrew were only expected to complete one or two, after that. Anything else after that was a bonus. So, this magnificent aircraft managed to get all its way through its service and then was just sent to the scrap heap. But a lovely looking aircraft. When I was taking the pictures, I didn't realise actually the letters of the serials on the side are actually in blue, a very light blue there. Really sort of stands out. It's an F model, so no chin turret. So in 1943, I see the G model come along a little bit further along the line. But a really rare one to find nowadays. It's just a great looking aircraft now. I mean, look at the little Miss Mischief that completely sold out within a very short period on the website. Let's hope that they release a new one next year. It would be lovely to see an RAF night bomber scheme. I think Give It to Uncle was one of the schemes, was quite famous. I know it wasn't a massive success in Bomber Command, but a lovely looking scheme nonetheless. It would complement the Liberator in the Night Fighter scheme as well. So there you go, there's Hell's Angels. Only 1,000 of these produced, so it's quite a rare one to find. Like I said, further down the line, lovely colouring on the wings there. Unusual markings on the tail, very early sort of war markings for the USAF, let's say. Can't get my words out tonight. But very nice looking model, certainly a pride of anyone's collection. So onto this grand old lady, the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight Avro Lancaster. Doesn't really need an introduction. The second scheme that Corgi have done, I've said in Mickey the Moocher, and it would be nice to see Thumper and Alpha Leader released at some point as well, because then we've got the latest 4 schemes for it. Highly unlikely, to be honest with you. I mean, it would be nice to see the Alpha Leader one, because 2 different schemes on either side of the aircraft. Whether that adds complexity for Corgi, they'll probably get it back to front or whatnot, but it would be nice to see that. And I think lots of people have themes in their collections, like the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. They've released both Dakota schemes, or most recent Dakota schemes. It would be nice to see another Lanc scheme. I'm sure it would sell out as well. The most recent Dams Lancaster is sold out and really difficult to come by now already, so there's still a lot of mileage left in this beautiful casting. So this is the magical, beautiful scheme of the Phantom of the Ruhr. This aircraft had a major at Coventry and come out in this scheme before then going into Thumper, taking a bit of a break, unfortunately due to the engine fire. And of course it come back after its major at Arco a couple of years back as Alpha Leader. I believe it's the aircraft markings of Squadron Leader Milliken's granddad, if I'm right, off the top of my head. But a lovely looking schema now with a kangaroo on the side, so yeah, if we could see that, it'd be good. And I know James, who's part of the forum, part of our group, his granddad was a tail gunner on I believe he flew Alpha Leader as well once, and he's had a Code 3 made up, a lovely looking scheme. Hopefully he'll tag a picture onto this once it's released on the website. So yeah, this was released in the 50th anniversary of the Battle Brick Memorial Flight. So I had a big gathering at Duxford. I believe there was the 3 Mark 19 Spitfires and the Hurricane, which were the original members of the flight which flew together, because the Mark 19, owned by Rolls-Royce, was joined both the Battle Brick Memorial Flight ones. I remember it being quite a successful day. It'd be nice to see them do something very similar to that again. More likely to be at they do sort of Coningsby Members Day every year, but it'd be nice to see it away from home as well. But we're just being spoiled, aren't we? Yeah, so there's a lovely Phantom of the Ruhr. You know, it's probably gone up to the top of my list on favourite Lancasters now, just purely for the scheme, and it will look nice, you know, spread across with all the BBMF fighters, which I have lingering around the shed somewhere as well. So yeah, just a very, very quick video tonight, just to talk through a couple of magnificent models. You know, and lots and lots of young men lost their lives in these aircraft, you know, sacrificing themselves for our freedom today. So really important to remember such historic aircraft as these. Yeah, that's it from me. Hopefully get another video out later this week if I get a chance. I'm off on Thursday, so I may well get a bit of a delve into the shed. Any requests, as always, just put them in. If there's anything you'd particularly like to see us talk through, that'd be great. And that's it from me. Have a good week. Take care.